NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call a no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To pass, here's Jordan Love. This pass caught, it's Woods. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
To throw again on second down. Love. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love looking to throw it. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Following the interception, Love. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. First down, going to the air with Love. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Going back to Love. This pass complete to Melton. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams, 41 yards. And the Commanders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Love. He'll get this under. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Love from the gun. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Love, they go play action now. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
Play action. It's Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend it on third down. They like to put those nickel sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Caught by Woods. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That had trouble written on it from the start.
Yeah, I'd say, partner, sometimes you just got to know when to surrender and mitigate the loss. Instead, he kept going backwards, and now it's 3rd and long. Good luck with this play call.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's returnable now for Smith. 35 yards that time on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And room there to work it inside the 25. 44 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Another run with Mitchell. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd and 15 now. Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd and long for Love. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections, and stuff, like his precise aerials and movements, sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, next-gen stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Jamison Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action. Love to throw. He's able to find Melton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Love now. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. As this complete to Woods. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Talking about a loss of the yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Bradley Chubb, his second sack of the night. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 44, Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Off the play fake, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Final minute now in the third quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jacobs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Jacobs. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Play action this time with Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Ready up.
They'll come out in the pistol. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jelani Woods from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt. Love throwing for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this wildcard game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. 74 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 4 and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That pass caught, it's Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep fighting.
Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. It puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score and it put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 91 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And some room to roam now. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Now Wilson. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Touchdown, Washington! Elijah Mitchell, 38 yards. And the Commanders are once again back in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Love. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Here's Love. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right?
He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. One last shot now for Love. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.